Hello crafters, my name is Christine Dam and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thank you so much for joining me today here at my channel. If you're new here, I do offer crafting tutorials mostly using Stampin' Up! Products, and I would love for you to hit that red subscribe button and don't forget to ring that bell so you do get notifications of my most current uploads. Thanks again and enjoy the video. Hello crafters, today we're going to be making the Wreath of Blooms kit. This is newer. This has just been released a couple of weeks ago, and it is a home decor project. So once you get yours, it's going to come in this box. I haven't made it yet, so I wanted to film a video on how to make it. It's your kit. It's fairly cheap. It's only $13 for one of these. There are a bunch of alternatives. People have done other things with them. I'm going to show you how to make the kit today that's pictured here, but if you wanted to know different alternatives, you could go online and Google that. And again, this is the Wreath of Blooms kit. So let's go ahead and open it up. So it comes with everything you're going to need here except a glue gun. What's nice about the kits are you get a complete detailed project listing here. It shows you exactly how to do everything and how to make it. So you are going to need that hot glue gun. But as far as everything else, it is in your kit. So let's go ahead and get our kit together here. I'm gonna poke out all of our flowers. Once all of your pieces are popped out, I'm just going to kind of set mine aside here, but I wanted to show you guys, if you wanted to keep these, you could use these as a stencil for another project. Just lay it down. You could do your blending brushes over the top, the flowers here too, and then these guys too. So you could keep these. You might get a couple of uses out of here to, like I said, to take your blending brushes with ink and make different cards and stuff with them. So we're going to start here with number 1. So we're going to need these 3 big flowers here, the lighter colored flowers. We're going to need them. We're going to need that little blue piece here, and then this blue piece. So what we're showing on here is a pen to curl your flowers. I'm going to use my bone folder to do that, or my take-a-pick tool probably will work good with that. I'm going to use that. So it's just showing you to kind of curl these. Just be careful when you're curling. You don't want to rip anything. Don't pull and curl too hard. So we have our flowers all curled. So we're going to lay these on top of each other. As you can see in the diagram, they're kind of off at an angle. Then you're going to put your blue piece, this blue piece. So we're going to take our yellow larger pin here, and we're going to push this through the center of all of these. So I think I'm going to start one at a time. So there's your flower, and then you're just going to pull these 2 tabs back. And then there's your first flower. So on the instructions here, it's showing our leaves, and this is where your hot glue gun is going to come in. So let's pull these leaves out. So there are 4 of them. there are 2 larger ones and 2 smaller ones. So what you're going to do is, you can see that they're already pre-scored. So you're just going to take and just fold on the scored line on all of these leaves here. And then this flower is going to use your larger leaves. So we're going to take the 2 large leaves here, and it's showing that we're going to glue the 2 of them together with our hot glue gun. So I'm just going to bring in my glue gun here, and we're going to put some hot glue on here. Make sure I glue these on together. And then there you go. And then these strings, I'll show you guys a trick on how to get rid of these strings, but I'm just going to pull most of them off right now. So there's your leaves together here. And then we're going to take and hot glue our flower onto the leaves. So I'm just going to put some hot glue right here. And you're going to want to use your glue gun because you want to make sure that this is nice and strong. So perfect. So there's your first flower, and then we have our little flower here. So you have these little guys here. There's 6 of them. So again, we're going to use either a pen, or I'm just going to use my take a pick tool and just kind of break the fibers and curl those upwards. Again, just be careful you're not pulling too hard on them because you don't want to break them. So you have these 3 little smaller yellow pins. We're going to bring them in, and then you have your piece here, and these are going to go on here. So you're going to take 2 at a time. So I'm going to take, and by the looks of it, it looks like one is curled down, one is curled up. So I'm going to take the 2 pieces. So these are both curled up. I'm going to flip this so one is curled up, one is curled down. And then I'm going to first, before we pull that pin down, you want to attach it to your leaf here. And then just push those 2 little pieces over. Then you're going to want to repeat that for the next 2 here. So there's your little flower piece. Our next piece is this long strip here. So with this, the description in here is a little wonky. So I had to actually look this up. So what you're going to want to do is take this, and you're going to want to be very careful with it. And you're just going to break the fibers. What it's going to do is fold around like this, but you want it to not be folded. So you want to just break all the fibers in the paper very carefully because you don't want to rip it. So I'm just going to go ahead and work on this and just get this so that the fibers are all broken. It's going to make sense once you see what we're going to do with it, but the instructions in there weren't very clear. So like I said, I had to look this up. So hopefully you guys will find my instructions clear. So then once you break the fibers, then you can kind of manipulate it in your hand and just see if maybe you need to break it down some more, get those fibers broken down some more. But I think I'm pretty good with this one. So now what you're going to do is in your kit, you're going to find this two-sided double sticky tape, and you're just going to take this and you're just going to start at the bottom here and just apply it all the way to the end. And then you're just going to peel the top piece off. And then you're going to gently fold this over. So you see how you don't want to fold these, they're more like a loop. That's what you're looking for. Then just want to make sure that that is nice and stuck together. So I'm just going to run my finger along the bottom. And that's what you're looking for. So we're going to twirl this, or roll this, I should say, and form a flower. You're going to want to bring in your glue gun, and you're going to want to start a little at a time. So put a little bit of hot glue at the end here, and then you're going to start to just roll. And it's best if you can do this in sections. This is what the finished product will look like. So it's all glued on the bottom and then your little flower top. So we're moving on to number 5, step 5 here. So you're going to need your 2 big flowers and then that yellow piece. So let's bring those in, and then the blue pin here. So again, you're going to want to curl your flowers. Really doesn't matter which side. We're going to put these two together. So I'm going to take my pin, stick it through there, stick it through the flower, and then we're going to bring in those other 2 leaves that we folded earlier, and you're going to want to put some hot glue on the bottom of one. Stick it to your flower, and then the bottom of the other flower, or the other leaf, and stick it to the bottom of your flower. So we're going to bring in all of our flower pieces here, and in your kit you have this triangle. So what you're going to do is you're going to put on your triangle, on these 2 corners here, you're going to put a dab of glue, hot glue, and one piece will be for one flower, and then one piece will be for the other flower. And then down on the bottom here, you're going to put, if you guys can see, on this bottom, you're going to put these, and that's going to go on first, and then that guy. So it's showing that they're putting the hot glue on here. And we're going to stick this down inside our, I think we were supposed to put it, thinking it's going think I did that wrong. So let's let's go ahead. Let's put our hot glue on the front, like so, and then stick this to the back. That makes more sense. And then on that very bottom is where your rolled flower is going to go. I'm just going to hold that there for a minute. There you go. So it's going to look like that, just like the picture here. You can see it looks just like the picture. So let's set that aside. Now it's showing that we need these 2 leaves. So we're going to flip. Well, before we flip, it's showing that we have to curl them. So let's go ahead and break the fibers and curl these guys again. So once you have them all curled, we're going to move on to the final step, which is putting your string on your wreath bottom. Showing we're going to start wrapping it, and then towards the end you're going to have a big enough piece to go over for your so you can hang it. I'm going to grab the wreath base here. And I'm going to just put a little dab of glue on here, so I can start wrapping it. So I've got about this much string left, which I think is a good amount for the wreath to hang. So I'm going to take my hot glue. I'm just going to put a little bit back here. Hold that string in place. Then on the other side, you're going to want to put a little dab of glue. You're going to just bring that string right there. So you'll have your little hanger. And the final step is just gluing everything in place. These 2 leaves here are going to go on the bottom, like so. So you're going to want to put some glue and right in the middle of these guys is where you're going to glue your flowers. So I'm going to put a bunch of hot glue here. Put this guy right in the middle there. Just hold it down for a second. And there's your wreath. Super simple, right? I mean, it was really, really simple to make. Like I said, it's very affordable. How cute will this look as a hanging decor, maybe in your bathroom, in your living room, in your craft room, wherever. Someplace inside, of course, away from the weather. And then the one trick I wanted to show you guys. So there are, it's hard to see in the camera, but there are some glue strings hanging down. So if you're using hot glue and you have those glue strings, a hair dryer or your heating tool works wonders on getting rid of them. So all you want to do is put your, if you're using your heat tool, you want to use it on number 1 and just let it warm up for a second. And then you just take and you just, wherever you see those strings, you heat them up and then they'll turn around and disappear. That's a whole wad of them right there. But you can see maybe if the camera will pick it up. I know this is the back side, but they disappear. They'll melt and they'll just disappear right into the background of your project. So that's a good trick to get rid of any loose strings from your hot glue. That's it, guys. Like I said, this is super easy to make. The instructions are here. If you have a hard time following the paper instructions, hopefully you found me and this video helps you put this together. So $13, you can get this at my shop at chris.stampinup.net. Look for the Wreath of Blooms kit and put this in your cart today. Make it. It's fun to make, and it'll put that pop of spring in the air that we all want. We want spring to get here, right? So, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today and making this beautiful Wreath of Blooms home decor kit.